Welcome to Wunya. So Wunya means welcome in the local language of the Gubbi Gubbi people. So the design intention for Wunya was a key phrase that we came up with at the very, very start when we started looking at the design for this house, and that was Zen Mediterranean Cathedral. And honestly, we feel like that is the feeling you get when you walk into this house.
Couple that intention with health, wellness and healing. They were all really important things that we wanted to bring into this home.
Yeah, so it's essentially a healing home. It's a home that's designed to actually make you live longer. There's a lot of technology in here, which we'll talk about soon. It's a new concept. It's something we're super excited about.
We are in the heart of the home, one of my favorite places in the house, and this is one of my favorite pieces in the entire house.
Yeah, so we worked with a local company, Ceramic Casino, to source this beautiful, beautiful limestone. Very intentional because, number one, very soft. Okay, so it's not that sort of shiny, hard marble. It's a very soft look, very soft feeling, but it also has fossilized shells. So it has that feeling, that essence of the beach, because we are right on the beach here in Little Cove. But it's not just the stone. Like, if you look at the design and the radius of each tile, the flutes coming up, this was like a mathematical problem that had to be solved. It was incredibly hard to design, very hard to pull off. There was countless meetings over this thing, but the result is absolutely beautiful. And from here, from this stone, we go into this incredible nacarado. It's a type of quartzite. It even has actually gold through the veins. And for us, like, we're minimalists and we prefer not to have a lot of artwork. This is the artwork. So the house is designed that way so that we don't need to actually fill the space, because every single piece that we've done, every single surface is very intentional to actually have its own voice.
It feels like its own piece of art. And even the flutes on this bench, they were intentional to match all of the arches in this beautiful home. Another thing that was really important to us is a whole house water filtration system. So we have used Hydrogen Health. And so every tap, every shower you can actually drink out of. And this is something that's very important for us. And it should be in every single home. Like, we don't want to be bathing and drinking chlorinated water. We want to be bathing and nourishing ourselves with the best quality water.
Totally.
So that is something that's very important to us. Oh yeah, hidden fridges and freezers, they are a must.
So this is one of the more controversial appliances. This is a zip hydro tap, so it has instant boiling, cold and sparkling. So there's a bit of debate, is sparkling water actually good for you? And there is a bit of science to show that carbonated water actually is not great for your microbiome. However, it's so good. I literally worked on her for like a year or more to convince her to get this, and I actually never convinced her, I just bought it. And guess who uses it the most? All day, every day? This one.
I'm now addicted, it's really not good.
It's very hard to go back from this beautiful, bubbly situation.
And this is one of our most used appliances in the entire house, our Vitamix. Multiple times a day, this gets a workout.
So one of the things we wanted to feel, and other people to feel when they walk in the home, is almost like awestruck with the volume. So we've got 4.2 meter ceilings, over 5 meter ceilings from the sunken living room. And you just sort of feel this, that sort of cathedral, almost, slightly spiritual feeling to it. And you walk in, and speaking to the house being the artwork, we decided to put these beautiful archways in here, and then framed in each archway is a beautiful tapestry. And every single plant that you'll see around the property is all native. Most of those have been inspired by the national park around us. Moving on now into the beautiful sunken lounge room.
Another one of my favorite areas in the entire house, this beautiful sunken lounge room. Now, originally we just thought it was such a cool idea, and now that we've actually got it, we're like, this is epic. It is like a warm hug when you get in there. It is so warm and cozy, especially with the fireplace and that beautiful curved wall there.
What we've done with the fireplace is we've gone for natural wood because, to be honest, we didn't want to burn gas, fossil fuels, but also burning gas in the house is not very healthy. So in the theme of a healing home, we felt like that was definitely the healthiest option. But also, even though we're in Noosa, it does actually get a little bit cold in winter.
It's not that bad.
It's not that cold. It's not that cold, but it does get a little bit fresh enough to warrant having a fireplace for maybe like 5 nights of the year, maybe.
And we love coming down here when the kids are asleep. We'll sit here, we'll meditate together, we'll give each other a little foot rub. I love breastfeeding down here. It's just such a beautiful and cozy environment. And you will notice that there is no TV. There is actually no TVs in the entire house, and that is very intentional because we don't watch TV and we don't want that to be a focal point for our home or for our children. So that is something that we really feel passionate about. Yes, we do watch things, but we've got computers. We can watch things on there when we want to. We just wanted this place to feel like a mini retreat in a bigger retreat space.
Yeah, and there was an unexpected surprise in this whole space. Now, we knew that by designing the house to face north, we'd have this incredible natural light coming through, as you would have just seen. Like it literally, every time of the day, the house looks different because you're getting all these angles on the curves and, you know, the palm tree over here. But at nighttime, we never thought of this. At nighttime, when you walk through here, you literally see all the stars, the moon. Like, you sort of feel like you're almost camping. Every time we walk through here, we literally stop and just look at the stars. Like, how often do you get to do that in your own house? I mean, never expected that. It gives you this beautiful feeling before you go to bed that it's a feeling of peace, serenity, and something quite magical about that as well.
So Mother Nature is incredibly healing, and we wanted to bring as much nature into this house as we possibly can. You spend so much of your time in your home, and nature is full of negative ions, and it's so good for your nervous system, and we wanted that energy in this space.
When our designers showed us this initial rendering of this concept, we were just like, yes, love it. Hadn't actually thought through how hard that would be to execute. Turns out that trying to lift a huge cabbage palm with a huge root ball through a small hole is actually not very easy. Anyway, we got it done.
We did it.
We got it done, and the result is beautiful. I mean, again, we've got that native landscaping around it with the grass tree and the bird's nest. It just works so beautifully together. Even a bit of sand, just to bring a bit of that beach feeling into the house. This opening here in the alfresco ceiling is an incredible opportunity to bring light into the space in a really interesting and unique way. And even though we are north facing here and the house has a lot of light, we get these little details here, as you can see, the circle with the palm shadow, and that will throw itself onto the kitchen at different times of the day. So it's really interesting. But even from this angle, you can see the kitchen. The originating intent was to make it feel like its own art installation almost. You know, if you go to a museum and you see like a really interesting piece, that was the feeling I wanted to create with this kitchen, was like it's its own standalone artwork. And I just think it's absolutely nailed that. It's just so unique and so beautiful. It's like no kitchen I've ever seen before.
So this is a true multi-purpose room. You could use it as an adult sitting room like we have done here. You could have it as a teenager retreat, a kids playroom, or a cinema room. It is fully wired with surround sound to have it as a cinema room. Can we just have a moment?
So beautiful.
For the couch. So good.
This pool is amazing. It's an ozone magnesium pool. It's super clean. It runs extremely low chlorine, so you know you can't smell it. You don't feel it on your skin. When you come out of the pool, you feel like your skin is softer. It is stunning. It might look simple, but there's a lot of technology in here. We have heating as well. So currently it's 31 degrees, which in winter is beautiful because you can swim all year round. It's self-cleaning. Honestly, I didn't know this was a thing. And our cousin,
genius.
Your cousin told us about it. We're like, well, let's do it. It is, I've never scooped a leaf out of this pool ever, all right? Never. It just stays immaculate. There's no creepy crawlies running around the pool. And guess what? If you want a really good workout, we've got swim jets. Let's now talk automation. This is the control panel by Control 4. And on here we have access to everything. So we can do music, so important. Obviously me as a singer and a songwriter, I love playing, actually one of my playlists called Songs I'm Obsessed With. It's such a good playlist and it just keeps me inspired. It sort of stretches me because I keep hearing different types of music that inspire me. And even when I'm in the bath with my children, I have that playing sometimes and I'm feeling like super inspired. But Melissa's favorite is jazz piano and she plays the same Spotify playlist over and over again. It drives me a little bit crazy, but it is beautiful because in the house, if you have classical music or jazz piano, you can feel your nervous system drop when you put that on. So highly encourage you to play around with different types of music like that you may not usually listen to. Play that throughout the house. It's amazing for your children as well. So we have music, we have lighting. So the lighting in this house is a huge feature. We're one of the first houses in the country to do this, where we've done circadian lighting. So circadian lighting is lighting that actually changes its tone from warmer to cooler to warmer, depending on the time of day. So it's moving with the sun, okay? So when we get into our nighttime routines and we're getting the children ready for bed, you'll notice that the house goes into these deep, deep oranges. And that again is like super calming for the nervous system. It's great for the children, but it's also signaling to the body that it's time to go to sleep. Because when you, in nature, there is sunsets which have that color, there's fires that have that color. So the house starts to feel like you're essentially in nature. So the circadian lighting has been an absolute game changer. It's incredible. It's all controlled through here. You can control every single light individually and program it however you like. One of the great things about Control 4 is having access to everything on your mobile device. And we had the incredible team at Talltech set all this up for us. And everything is customized exactly to us, but you can change pretty much everything in the house, which is incredible. Then we have obviously air conditioning. So we have heating and cooling throughout the house. Thanks to my father-in-law who generously donated that to us. Thank you, Alpi. And security. Security is amazing because when you're away, we have cameras at every single point of the house that is an entry point. So we can see what's going on at any point in time. And we have intercom, so I can be down the road having lunch and the delivery man wants to get in and I can see him on my phone and let him in and make sure he's gone. And then, you know, it's just an incredible feature to have that on your phone as well. So while you've got these control panels in the house, you also have the app on your phone, which allows you to control everything from anywhere you like. That also includes some of the cool pieces that we have in the house, like the sauna and the hot and cold hydrogen health plunge as well, which are all controlled via apps.
The master, another one of my favorite rooms in the whole house. We really wanted this space to feel warm and cozy and be like a retreat just for us. So lots of linens, really warm. We chose cork, which is really soft on your feet. We got a custom bed head, again, to continue the arch theme in the home. And these beautiful silk pendants, they match the ones that are in the kitchen. The hero piece of this space. Every night, all four of us are in here and there's probably room for maybe two more.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stone bath. love it. And it matches so beautifully with the travertine. This is a vein cut travertine. I was very, very particular about choosing the right color of travertine because you can get them quite yellow. This is a beautiful muted color of travertine. It's filled, so it's a very clean finish. And you'll notice that the cork very intentionally flows into the travertine very seamlessly, which is stunning. Now I know that is definitely a hero, but the render is also a hero. That softness you get from rendering your bathrooms is stunning. Again, low tox, low maintenance, and we've carried the curves through into the showers of every bathroom as well. But the entire bathroom is waterproof. Okay, so this is a tinted render. It's a lot of work, but the finish is definitely worth it. This Eco Brass finish by Astra Walker we've used throughout the whole house and all the bathroom hardware, including towel rails, toilets, even in the kitchen as well. And you'll see the beautiful bath spout behind us. And it gets that beautiful patina. You don't have that really shiny brass look, which I'm not a huge fan of. I just love the softness of it. We've used this before in a previous house, and it just adds this touch of elegance that you don't see very often. It's a very unique finish.
One of the lowest hanging fruits with your health is sleep. We spend a third of our life sleeping. And so we want to make sure that what we're sleeping on is toxic free. So we love Natural Bedding Co. We have been using their beds for a decade. They are toxic free, no flame retardants. They are natural organic latex, cotton, and hemp. And this is the Oak Otis frame and the Aurora mattress. So this is the thing about mattresses that not a lot of people know. You don't want springs in your mattress. So this has no springs. You don't want springs because essentially that is like a Wi-Fi magnet and you are just getting fried all night long. So you don't want that. So this has no springs in the mattress and very little metal in the frame. And then just a couple of screws in the frame to screw it together. But it is all oak and beautiful, beautiful timber. And then we've got the organic cotton, natural mattress protector and pillow protectors as well. So this is like the healthiest bed you could ever sleep in.
Let's talk about this staircase. So very, very hard to build. We actually built it twice. It's made of Tassie oak. The first time we built it, it didn't quite work, didn't quite land here. The treads weren't quite right. So it was just a challenging piece, but it was well worth it because when you walk into the house, it's the first thing that you're presented with. And above, we have this incredible skylight and it matches the circumference of this space as well. So that ties into the idea of it's what you don't see. So by doing things the same sort of size, your eye doesn't go to like a mismatched size. This surface here, which you might have noticed in the living space, in that huge curved wall, is a lime and gypsum plaster by Rock Coat. It's also very low tox and it just brings a bit of intrigue, a bit of interest into the space with that texture. And they did an incredible job. It's such a beautiful, beautiful finish. And this space is just a really beautiful retreat. It's another area that we can come to. If I want some space away, we can close off downstairs. There's a huge sliding Tassie oak door, which is very soundproof. Come up here and meditate, do yoga over here, do some stretching, some rolling. Beautiful space, especially with these arches. These arches were in the original design, then we removed them because I thought, oh, it's pretty bold. But I'm so glad that we did these arches. They are so stunning from here and also from the street. And of course, you've got this Accoya screening. We've used Accoya timber throughout the exterior of the house. It is a European pine which is treated with a steam and vinegar distillation process, I believe, which makes it really, really hard and really straight. So it just stays perfectly straight. They've got a 50-year warranty on it. And we first saw this on the Noosa boardwalk. They rebuilt this boardwalk. It was so stunning. And we were like, what is that timber? I've not seen that before. And that was Accoya. So we decided to use Accoya and sort of tie that little gentle nod to what they've done in the national park as well. This whole space has actually been soundproof. The glass is extra thick. more soundproofing of the walls. That was done because we have Melissa's podcast studio and my music studio. Now, it's not a noisy area at all, but you do need to have that extra soundproofing. And it's really nice to work so close to each other, but still be separated as well. That feeling you get inside the house, that soft, relaxing feeling, carries outside. We've done that with beautiful sweeping curves on the exterior, but also the material that we chose is a tinted render. It's not painted, it's actually a tinted render. It's incredibly hard to work with, but the result is beautiful. It's practical because we're surrounded by rainforest, so we need materials that are going to work in the environment around us. So this render is low tox. It expands and contracts and breathes. It lets a little bit of air in, a little bit of air out, and it works perfectly for the environment that we're in. And then behind us, we have this incredibly stunning grass tree. We've got these grass trees dotted throughout the house. We've got a couple of huge ones like this. This is, I don't know the age. I'm gonna go between 200 to 1,000 years old. Please let me know in the comments. I don't know how old it is. It's very old. But we chose grass trees because in their own right, they are statues, they are living pieces of art, and they just look stunning. Everyone stops and just looks at this.
And then we've got over here the surfboard shed, we like to call it. So something that was really important to me was not having children run through the house with sand all over them. So we come back from the beach, got the outdoor shower, and then we can walk down the side of the house and dive straight in the pool after being at the beach. This would not be a healthy, healing home without a sauna and ice bath. So this is the Hydrogen Health ice bath, which also can be a hot bath. So it goes from 2 degrees to 43 degrees. And best of all, it is infused with hydrogen water. And then we have the incredible cell state sauna. So it does red light, infrared, and hot coals. And it is one of my favorite places to just go do some yoga in there because it's big enough for that and just zone out and zen out. I love it. We have loved showing you around our beautiful home, Wunya.
But we're off to the beach. Ciao.